Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to episode number 7 of our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So, in last episode, we did the remainder of the regular season. We actually made a trade at the deadline, signing Jason Zucker and our second round pick this year to the Tampa Bay Lightning in exchange for Taylor Radish, who's a right wing prospect for us now. So, that's like the only move we did at the deadline and our only second trade so far in this GM mode. But we made the playoffs still, and Greenway actually played good to help us into the playoffs. We called him up to replace Zucker pretty much. But yeah, so we made the playoffs, and we're up against the St. Louis Blues here in round number 1. I showed you guys their lines last episode, but I'll show you guys again just in case you guys forgot. And we'll get into the season, or the simulation, not the season simulation. So Schwartz, Barbashev, and Tarasenko. Really good combination. You had a sniper, playmaker, and a sniper. So that line is going to have a lot of offense. And you got Fabry, sniper, Vermette, who's a two-way forward and getting old, so nothing to worry about with him. And Braden Shen, who's a two-way forward, so a bit more of a defensive line, I think. Then the third line is a power forward, Colin Wilson, two-way forward in Steen, and another two-way forward in Berglund. So more defense. And the bottom 6 has a sniper, Bo Bennett, Vladimir Sabotka, who's a two-way forward, and Zach Sanford, who's a power forward. So they look like their bottom 9 is almost all defensively oriented, except for Bennett and Fabry. And then the top line's pure offense. So that's where most of their goals are going to come from. Defensively, they're strong as well. As you can see, Pareko and Pietrangelo, Edmondson and Bouwmeester, and Bortuzzo and Schmaltz. They actually have 2 defensemen that are injured currently, and that's Carl Gunnarsson and Nicholas Kronwall, who are both 81s. So this defensive core, just imagine having 2 81s there, and then you have an 80 as the worst. So this defensive core is going to be a pass in goal. This is where we beat them, as Devin Dubnyk is way better than Jake Allen, and Michael Hutchinson is just a bit better than Carter Hutton. So that is the St. Louis Blues lines. And yeah, so I don't know who has the upper leg in the series. I could actually check. Let's assume up to today we're going to actually check team stats are. So we're going to have to go into the play now screen, I think. Because for some reason it doesn't show it anywhere else. Because I want to see what their defense is rated, their offense, and all that stuff. So according to this, we can't even see our own now. No, I can't even see my own. What the hell? That's annoying. But anyways, St. Louis's offense is a 93. Their defense is a 93, so just as good. And then their goaltending is the weak point at an 89. So I don't know what our stats are. Does it say anywhere on the screen? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to just go in and hope we can win. So we have home ice at least in this series, which is good, because we finished with 101 points this season, which was 7th best in the entire league. And our AHL team did not make it this year because they weren't that good, so they were below 500 by a long shot. So game 1 here on home ice in the XL Energy Center. This is the first time I'm doing the real-time simulation. So first period, and it's 2-0 Blues. God damn it. Jaden Schwartz gets on the board both times. So as I said, that first line is completely pure offense. Shots are 12-8 in favor of them. Second period, and it's getting okay. They're up 3-0. Braden Shen made it 3-0, but Niederreiter and Ennis answered back for us. So we're actually back within 1 going into the third, and by 1 shot, 22-21. So let's just have a good third period, and hopefully we could tie this game up. It'd be crazy if we could come back from a 3-0 deficit in game 1, and we do. Niederreiter ties it up with his second of the game, and we have all of a sudden a brand new, fresh slate of ice, you could say, I guess. If we get OT winner too, that would be great. And we are definitely going to OT, so shots are 37-33 in favor of us. We were down 3-0, but we've battled back here in game number 1. Can we take it away from the Blues, who thought they were going to go for a win? Jake Allen's keeping them in it, though, surprisingly, as an 86. And was that a shorthanded goal? Zach Parise wins it in overtime, and we come back from a 3-0 deficit in game 1 to shock the Blues. So let's take a look at all this stuff. So yeah, as you can see, we're down 3-0, but then Niederreiter and Ennis, and then Niederreiter again and Parise. So Greenway gets his actually first playoff point, same with Kaprizov. And yeah, so I guess that wasn't a shorthanded OT winner, but whatever. So Niederreiter gets their star with 3 points. Schwartz gets second star to 2 goals for St. game-winning goals. So they're up in this series. Hopefully we can continue this with game number 2. I wasn't expecting us to win game 1 after being down 3-0, but we battled back. So this team might be better than I thought. So first period, and we got the lead 2-0. Nice. Kaprizov getting his first ever playoff goal. We'll remember that for a long time. Zach Parise then gets his second of the first round, making it 2-0 after 1. We're being outshot 11-10, but we have the lead. Now let's just keep it and not be like St. Louis. Nice. 4-0 lead. Granlund makes it 3-0, and Kaprizov getting his first multi-goal game in a playoff game, making it a 4-0 score going into third. Once again, we were still being outshot going into this third period, but looks like we might have a 2-game series lead here. But we can't count our chickens yet, because going back to St. Louis, you know they're going to fight harder because they're playing in front of their home crowd. And Luke Kunin gets his first playoff goal. We've been scoring a lot of goals here to start off this playoffs. 4 goals in game 1 and 5 goals in net from Devin Dubnyk, who made 29 saves. So let's just go through this again. So Kaprizov from Kunin and Coyle, Parise from Koivu Kunin, Granlund from Parise and Brodin, Kaprizov from Spurgeon, and then St. Kunin from Parise and Suter. So Kunin and Kaprizov were great in that game, but Kunin doesn't actually get a star even. Interesting. Devin Dubnyk gets first star of 29 saves for the shutout. Kirill Kaprizov gets second star, 2 goals and 3 hits. And Parise gets third star with a goal and 2 assists. So very liking how this team's performing. We're still so far 2-0 in the playoffs under my reign. This is the first time me doing playoffs with the Minnesota Wild in this GM mode, obviously, since this is only year number 2. So we're not going to change anything yet going into St. Louis, but we have to fight even harder here because, like I said, they're going to be playing hard for their fans. So game 1 in St. Louis, and we have a scoreless first period. Shots are 9-7 in favor of the St. Louis Blues. Let's just weather the storm here in a second and maybe get 2 goals and don't let them to score any or something like that. So second period and still no goals. So this is a bit more of a defensive game in comparison to the last game, but a goal in 5 straight periods now, and we're out shooting them 22-15. So let's just get that first one, guys, here in the third. Hopefully Devin Dubnyk could just lock it down like he did all last game. Power play, come on, guys. And we don't score. Our power play struggled during the regular season, and it's continuing in the playoffs. Our penalty kill was good, though, so hopefully we could get some shorties or something like that. And we're going to overtime for the second time in 3 games here in round number 1. Shots are 35-25 in favor of us, but Jake Allen's just been lights out for St. Louis. Let's see if we could get that OT winner again. Parise, do you have another OT winner in you? And no, you don't. The St. Louis Blues are going to steal a game as Alexander Steen gets the OT winner, and we lose game 3. So it's a brand new series pretty much. Jake Allen gets first star, Dubnyk gets second star, and Steen gets third star. So this time Jake Allen shuts us out just like Dubnyk did before. It was still a good. We could have easily won that and been up 3-0. So not going to change anything with the lines yet unless we lose this game in a blowout fashion. I might stuff up then. But game number 4, can we 3-1 stranglehold? That's what we need, and then we can maybe take a series in Minnesota. That would be nice. First period, and we get again Luke Kunin. Way to beat Jake Allen. So the first time we beat him in 4 periods. Shots are 11-9 in favor of us. Second period, and oh wow, okay, that was not a good second period. Braden Shen, Ivan Barbashev, and Vladimir Tarasenko get 3 goals, all from the same kind of area. And we're down 3-1 going into the third and getting outshot. This is not looking like a good game here. We might have a brand new series going back to Minnesota. And oh, Coyle pulls us within 1. Just wait at the last 10 minutes. We have a chance to tie it up. Penalty kill, come on, kill it off. Penalty kill, you were good, and we continue it off. Last 3 minutes, just get one more goal. And yes, we're gonna get it. Holy crap, Kirill Kaprizov. We should call him like Captain Clutch or something like that. Yeah, Captain Clutch. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Kirill Kaprizov coming through with a huge goal, probably the biggest of his career. And we have a tie game going into overtime as we tied it up with 38 seconds left. He gets it from right in front of the net. Might have been a deflection. Let's see if we can get it here in overtime. Come on, Kaprizov. Do you have another in you? He's been good so far in this series, actually. That's like his 4th goal of the playoffs. Power play. Come on, just end it now. And we do not score. We might be going to a double OT situation here. Shots are pretty close too. And power play again. And we're not going to get it done there, so we're headed to a double OT here in St. Louis. Shots are 41-36 in favor of us. It's been a pretty even series for the most part, except for that one game here in Minnesota, and we score. Zach Parise again with another OT. So Parise has been in the clutch in the playoffs with 2 game-winning goals, and we have a 3-1 series lead, and we might have a chance to eliminate St. Louis on home ice. So let's just take a look at those events. So Kunin from Parise and Suter, Coyle from Kaprizov and Ennis, Kaprizov from Suter, and Parise from Kunin. Nice. So the youngsters are getting it done, Kunin and Kaprizov, in the playoffs as well. So that is great news. If we defeat St. Louis in this game, we're going to check the player stats for round number 1 after that, and then see who we're up against in potentially round number 2. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. We just need to win this one game here on home ice. Back in the XL Energy Center, let's get it done. First period, and it's scoreless, but we're out shooting them by double, 12-6. Second period, and it's a 2-1 lead for St. Louis. So Colin Wilson gets them on the board. Jaden Schwartz makes it 2-0, but Nino Niederreiter has pulled us within 1 going into the third, and we're out shooting him 25-18. So if we can continue getting shots, we might be able to tie the game up here in this third period. Power play. Nope, no goals. We have like 10 more shots than they do, and oh man, Luke Kunin. The youngsters like to come through in the third period too. So Luke Kunin tied the game up at 2. Going into, oh no, it's not going to overtime. It looks like Mikko Koivu with the game-winning goal and the one that ends the series. And your Minnesota Wild have won round 1 against the St. Louis Blues in 5 games. Wow, Mikko Koivu coming through with a big goal. He wasn't that good during the regular season, but he comes through with the game-winning goal. So once again, we actually came back from a 2-0 lead, and we win it 3-2 final. So Niederreiter from Stahl and Granlund, Kunin from Koivu and Parise, and Koivu from Kunin and Parise. So it seems like that Kunin, Koivu, Parise line has been getting most of the offense in round number 1. So Koivu gets first star 2 points, Kunin second star 2 points, and Dubnyk gets the third star 26 saves. So very good performance from our team in the first round. I didn't expect us to get past St. Louis, to be honest, because St. Louis had that great first line and some good defense, of course. So let's take a look at the player stats for round number 1, and then we will see who we're up against in round number 2, and we'll take an updated look at the playoff tree. Okay, so let's start by forwards first. So Parise with 8 points in 5 games, Kunin 7 points in 5 games, and Kaprizov 5 points in 5 games. So really liking these guys. Niederreiter 4 points, Koivu 4 points, Granlund 3, Ennis 3. Everybody's picking up some points. Greenway, Eriksson, Ek, and Jaskin haven't really, so the fourth line hasn't been coming through, but they haven't been hurting us that much. They're only like a -1. So now let's go to defense. So Suter with 3 points, Brodin 1 point, and Spurgeon 1 point. Dumba, Murphy, and Riley still have yet to get on the board. And goaltending, Devin Dubnyk, it went 4-0-1 with a 1 shutout, .937 save percentage, and a 1.89 goals against average. And I guess Hutchinson came in. When did he come in? Maybe. What game was this? Apparently he played a game though, and he went 1-0 with not allowing a single goal. interesting. I don't know what game that was. But he's up to an 82 now, so he's growing a bit. Could be just because of his age and morale because of ice time and making the next round and all that stuff. So a very successful first round here in Minnesota. Hopefully we could get to the conference finals. That'd be pretty amazing. So let's take a look at the playoff tree. So we defeated St. Louis in 5. San Jose's defeated Nashville in 5. Edmonton swept the Arizona Coyotes, who won the Cup last year, in 4 games, obviously. Dallas is still fighting with Anaheim. Washington is still fighting with the Flyers. Toronto's still fighting with Pittsburgh. But Buffalo has beat Tampa Bay out in the first round, so we don't have to deal with Jason Zucker if we get to the Stanley Cup Finals, as Buffalo defeat them in 5, and the Rangers swept the Sens. So that's the playoff tree. We'll see what the playoff tree looks like after, once we see who we're up against, because it'll show in the lower bottom thing, and I don't want to go back to player stats, god damn it. Sometimes this menu is a bit slow. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so we're going to go back to simulate day and get to the next round. There should be a thing that says on the quick link options, it should say like advance to next round or something like that. Like if they're trying to speed up processes and stuff like that with this menu. So Anaheim and Dallas are headed to a game 7, looks like. Oh, I guess Suter was on like a bit of a day-to-day injury. At least he's back to full health for round number 2. Wonder who we have to face. Come on, guys. The simulation's going so slow when you do it like this. I should have just went to the calendar, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to go to the calendar. It's just being way too slow in the main menu. Once the calendar actually loads up, it's going slow here as well. Okay, there you go. So we're up against the San Jose Sharks in round number 2, who took out whoever was in 5 games. So we're going to take a look at their lines in a bit. We're going to take a look at the updated playoff tree first, though. So yeah, let's take a look at the playoff tree again for all the round 2 matchups. So San Jose and Minnesota, like we were saying, Anaheim and Edmonton, Washington and Toronto, and Buffalo and the Rangers. Okay. So that is your Elite 8 teams, I guess you could say, or yeah, Elite 8. So now let's take a look at the San Jose Sharks lines. So they won't have Patrick Marleau anymore, and I already checked. They don't actually have Joe Thornton. I didn't already check like right now, but they don't have Joe Thornton because Joe Thornton, I guess, signed as a free agent with Vegas in this. So San Jose, they still look good though. Damn, Daniel Sprong's on this team too. Wow. Okay, so Mikkel Bodker, Logan Couture, and Joe Pavelski. So 88, 86, and an 82. These two are really good. This team is actually really good offensively, so they might be more of an offensive team, unlike the Blues, who are more of a defensive trap team. Second line, you got Timo Meier with Thomas Hertl and Daniel Sprong. Third line, you got Donskoy, Franz Nielsen, wow, okay, and Yannick Hansen. So there's a lot of veterans on this team. And then you got Melker Karlsson, Chris Tierney, and Kevin LeBlanc. Defensively, they're strong too. Burns and Vlasic, holy crap. Braun and Martin, Dillon and Bergman. Goaltending, Martin Jones is really good, but Troy Grosnick isn't that good at all. And scratched Sandberg, who's a prospect kind of guy. Same with DeMello, and Jonathan Ericsson's old. So this team is pretty scary. I think they have a big upper hand going into this next round. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So in next episode, we will take on the San Jose Sharks in round number 2 and maybe get a chance to go to the conference finals. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.